um, working on the eraser tool. Before we get to the eraser tool, you have to have something to erase. So I just realized this whole time I've been doing everything on the line layer. See that? And I've kind of ignored all this other stuff here. I meant to put stuff on shapes and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock my line layer. And what that basically means is you see how I get this, you cannot work on this anymore. I'm going to get into layers a little bit more later, but it's kind of cool. So if I unlock the eraser and perspective tool, it'll be stuff on the layers. And by the way, if you look carefully, you can see there's little arrows here, so you can actually see that there's individual paths on each layer. Again, we'll spend some more time with this later, but for now, just eraser and perspective tool. So let's work here. Oh, I just realized I wanted to copy this, but you've probably figured out the reason why I cannot copy this shape up here is because it's in the line layer and it's locked. So if I wanted to, I could unlock this and use it, or I could just go ahead and come back up here and, you know, it's not that hard. I'll just draw something new. All right, there we are. And I think I'm going to, just for now, I'm going to give this a fill of a solid fill, I think, this time. Right? Oh, nope, that's not solid. Here's a solid fill. And I think I'm going to make the stroke smaller, and you'll see why in just a minute. So it's still there, it's just a little smaller. Now I'm going to grab the eraser tool, okay, which is right here. By the way, Shift-E will get you the eraser tool really quickly. If you double-click the eraser tool, by the way, you get the eraser tool options. You can change the size of the eraser. So, like, just to show you, I can have a really big eraser that's too big, or I can change it down to what it was before, which is really small, which is actually what I want. I'm going to select this object and check this out. If I come in here with the eraser tool and I mouse down, it looks like I'm erasing everything. I don't know, I'm just making this up as I go. Kind of a cool design. And we come all the way out to the edge. But what's interesting about this is it just made two completely distinctly different shapes. So this is a shape and this is a shape. And just to show you, if I come in here with my direct selection tool, I can pull these apart. Actually, can I do it with my selection tool too? Yep, I can. See that? It's like a little puzzle piece. Kind of cool. So again, I'm going to select this one. Now, if I come in with the eraser tool and I draw something like this, you know, think of it as like a pair of scissors. It creates like a hole in the middle, but I can't pull a shape apart because I didn't cut it. So if I want to cut it, it's like, think of this as a piece of paper. You have to cut all the way through. So in other words, if I click, I just start after the end, not here, but up here, and I just cut, and there you go. See? Easy. Okay? So that's the eraser tool, and I basically would like you to make two completely different shapes of your choice. I'll give this one another stroke color. Why? Just because I feel like it. Where you've played around a little bit with the eraser tool. So be careful about making it a really thick stroke. Let me show you what happens. So that's a nice thick stroke. So I come in with the eraser tool, and yeah, it erases, but it's like the stroke is so thick that everything kind of comes together. But if I make my stroke thinner, so you can actually see, you know, where these two different shapes were. So there we go. That's the eraser tool. And the really important one that you've all probably waiting for, perspective drawing tool. We're not going to use this. I just want to explain because someone always clicks on it and they're like, how do I get rid of this little thing? Here's what it is. Where is it on here? I've forgotten. That's funny because I hardly use it. There it is. There it is. Looks cool, right? What is that? Well, this is just a guide. And I'm not going to get into like what it does right now because there's a little bit more to it. But it allows you to create like the illusion of perspective in your drawing. So we could use this later. But for now, you don't really need this. The problem is, like, how do you get rid of it, right? So you go up to the top and you go to View, Window, forgot, Perspective Grid, Hide Grid. So it's not that it disappears, it's just that it's invisible. So that's how you use that. Super, super easy. Just be aware of its existence and how to get rid of it if you get into trouble with it. Not a big deal.